Okay, let's talk about LinkedIn. For many of us in academia, it just feels irrelevant, right? It seems like a tool for the business world, not for people doing research and teaching. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? I'm going to walk you through 5 really practical, low-effort ways to use LinkedIn for what really matters: academic networking.
So, here's the big mindset shift. On the left, that's what most of us think. LinkedIn is for corporate jobs or maybe selling consulting services. It just doesn't feel like our space. But the perspective on the right is so much more powerful. What if you thought of it as a 24/7 academic conference? A place where you can always be found, in a way to build something much more valuable than a resume, a professional signal.
And this right here is the absolute key. For an academic, your goal isn't transactional. You're not trying to land clients. You're trying to consistently broadcast a clear, compelling signal about who you are and what you're working on.
So, what do I even mean by signal in this context? Well, it's pretty simple. It's all the little pieces of evidence that show your lab is active, your research is relevant, and, this is the most important part, that you are open to connecting and collaborating with others. Think of it as your digital body language.
And this is why that signal is so incredibly powerful. It says different things to different people, all at the same time. A potential collaborator sees an active group. A prospective grad student sees a place with strong mentorship. A funding agency sees a good investment. It's all this rich communication coming from one place.
All right, let's get practical. Here's strategy number 1. And honestly, it's probably the most underused and effective feature for academics on the entire platform.
It's a simple monthly lab newsletter. But I'm not talking about some random post that just gets lost in the feed. No. I mean using LinkedIn's actual newsletter feature. It creates this searchable, subscribable archive of your lab's progress, which is a total game changer for visibility. And the process is so simple. We're talking 15 minutes a month, tops. You create a newsletter, give it a straightforward title like Lab Notes. Then, once a month, you just post a quick update with 3 to 5 bullet points. This can be anything: a new paper you submitted, a student passing their exams, a grant you're working on. It's that easy.
I love this quote because it gets right to the point. This isn't about creating more work for yourself. You're already keeping track of these things. A newsletter just makes that internal documentation visible to the outside world, turning it into a really powerful signal.
Okay, let's move on to the second strategy. This one completely transforms how you share your proudest moments, your publications.
We've all done it. We post a link and just say, "New paper out." But that's a closed door. This strategy is all about turning every single publication into an open doorway, a findable entry point into your research world. And here is the perfect analogy. We all know how to do this. When someone stops by your poster at a conference and asks what it's about, you give them that quick 30-second summary. That's all this is. It's just your digital hallway explanation. So next time you post a paper, just add a short paragraph answering these 3 questions you see here. Why does this research matter? Who else might care about it? And what does this work open up next? This little bit of context is priceless for starting conversations. The third tip is a tiny change to your profile that sends a massive message.
So many academic profiles are, well, they're visible, but they're silent. They list your accomplishments, but they don't have a welcome sign out front. You have to explicitly tell people that you're open to connecting. And it's as easy as adding one sentence to your About section. Something like, "We're exploring X and interested in complementary perspectives." Or, "Prospective students are welcome to reach out." These phrases are like a digital welcome mat, making it so much easier for someone to start a conversation.
Okay, now for a strategy that doesn't even require you to post any of your own original content. This one is all about strategic engagement.
The whole idea here is to engage with what other people are posting, the same way you would during a coffee break at a conference. You know, it's not about debating or self-promoting, it's about adding thoughtfully to the conversation that's already happening.
And the goal is simple, just 2 or 3 quality comments a week. That's it. Find posts by leaders in your field or on interesting topics outside your immediate bubble. Add a little context, connect an idea to something else, or ask one genuine question. You'd be surprised how quickly people start to recognize your name.
And that brings us to our 5th and final strategy, which is all about making a killer first impression when someone actually lands on your profile page.
LinkedIn lets you feature things right at the very top of your profile. You have to use this. Pin one single thing that best represents what you're focused on right now. Don't make people scroll and hunt for what you're most excited about. Because this is the single most important question that every single visitor to your profile has on their mind. A student, a collaborator, a program officer, they all want to know, what are you working on right now? Your pinned item should answer that question instantly.
So what should you pin? That very first issue of the lab newsletter we talked about is a perfect choice. Or maybe a short post that gives an overview of your whole research program. Or one of those publication explainers. Any of these work beautifully. They give an immediate snapshot of your work.
So let's bring it all home. You've got the monthly newsletter, the paper explainers, the welcome mat on your profile, the thoughtful comments, and that one pinned post. Look, none of these is a huge time commitment on its own. But when you put them together, these small, consistent actions create that one clear, powerful professional signal.
Ultimately, this is all about shifting how you see LinkedIn, from a static, dusty resume to an active, dynamic networking tool. So the question I'll leave you with is this. When that future collaborator or that perfect grad student finds you online, what are they going to see? A quiet list of past achievements or a vibrant signal from an active and open researcher?